Hello everyone! Welcome back here on my channel. This is me once again, Teacher Jinjin, your virtual teacher here on YouTube. Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na ito, gumagawa ako ng mga Tagalog tutorial videos mula grade 7 hanggang grade 11. Kung interesado ka, please like, subscribe at i-click mo na rin ang notification bell para ma-notify ka kapag may bago akong upload na video. Magandang araw mga minamahal kong grade 9 students. Sa video na ito ay i-guide ko kayo sa inyong learning task number 3, complete the tables and graph on the same coordinate plane then analyze the relationship between the graphs. So medyo mahaba-haba itong video natin kasi 4 yung ating isosolve at i-graph. At saka natin pagsamasamahin sa iisang coordinate plane. Alright. Bago natin simulan, meron tayong table dito na indication the different forms of quadratic functions and its properties. Kapag yung form ng quadratic function ay ganito, ang vertex niya is 0, 0. Malalaman nyo yan mamaya. Sa number 1, ganyan yung form niya. Siyempre, ang kanyang axis of symmetry is 0. Kapag naman ang form niya is ax squared plus k, wala siyang b or linear term. Ang vertex niya is 0k at ang axis of symmetry is x equals 0. Kapag naman ang given ay naka-vertex form, ang vertex ay hk at ang axis of symmetry is x equals h. Ganon din sa ax squared plus bx plus c, yung standard form ng quadratic function. Okay? So, proceed na tayo dito sa number 1. Disclaimer lang mga anak, ipinalitan ko yung mga value upang sa ganun ay subukan ninyong isolve yung nasa modules ninyo. Alright. So, meron tayong given dito na function na y is equal to negative 3x squared. Kagaya nga ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, kapag ganyan yung form niya, automatic na ang kanyang vertex ay 0, 0. Yan. So, ang vertex nito is 0, 0. Ibig sabihin, yung turning point niya ay nasa mismong origin ng Cartesian plane. At syempre, ang kanyang axis of symmetry is equal to 0 din. So, ang vertex ay 0, 0. Ang axis of symmetry is 0. Ngayon, ang range natin, di ba, kapag kinukuha natin yung range, magbe-base tayo sa value ng a. Kapag yung a is less than 0, ibig sabihin ang magiging formula is y such that y is less than or equal to k. Kapag naman greater than 0 yung a, diba, is greater than or equal to k. E dito, ang given natin is negative 3, kaya ang magiging range natin is y such that y is less than or equal to k. Ang k natin is 0, kaya 0 yung nandito. And ang domain natin is the set of all real numbers. Palagi yan yung lalagay natin dyan. At ano naman ang opening of the parabola? Meron ba tayong basihan kahit wala tayong graph? Meron. Ito yung nasa module ninyo. Kapag ang given ay negative, it opens downward. So, ibig sabihin, negative yung a nito, then ang graph nito ay downward. Kunin na rin natin ang x-intercept. Paano ulit kunin ang x-intercept? Mag-let y is equal to 0. So, gagawin natin 0 yung y dito. Magiging 0 is equal to negative 3x squared. Ngayon, solve for x. Para makuha natin yung value ng x, i-divide natin sa negative 3. Para makancel yung negative 3. And then, 0 divided by negative 3 is equal to 0. And ang matitira is x squared. Para makuha yung x, get the square root of both sides. Ano ang square root ng x squared? That is x. Ano naman ang square root ng 0? That is equal to 0. Ibig sabihin, kapag ang y natin is 0, ang x natin is 0 din. So, ang x-intercept natin is 0, 0 din. Ano naman ang y-intercept? Yung x naman ang papalitan natin ng 0. So, kapag 0 yung x, then 0 din yung y. So, ang magiging y-intercept natin is 0 at saka 0 din. Paano na natin to sasagutan? Lahat ng point nasa origin. Pwede tayong mag-set ng x. Diba, ang vertex natin is 0, 0. Ayan. Yung vertex, ilagay ninyo sa gitna ng table para yun yung maging basis natin. Mag-assign kayo ng x doon sa left ng 0. Diba yung nasa left niya is negative 1, negative 2. Pwede nyo pang dagdagan yan pero 5 lang ang kukunan natin ng values. And then sa right naman ng vertex is positive 1, positive 2. Ito yung x values natin. So para makuha yung value ng y, i-substitute natin yung value ng x dito sa ating function. Unahin natin yung negative 2. So that is negative 3 times negative 2 squared. Negative 2 squared is equal to positive 4. And positive 4 times negative 3 is equal to negative 12. Ibig sabihin, kapag ang x is negative 2, ang value ng y is negative 12. So, ganun siya. Next, yung negative 1 naman. So, that is negative 3 times negative 1 squared. Ang negative 1 squared ay positive 1. So, negative 3 times 1 is equal to negative 3. So, kapag ang x ay negative 1, ang value ng y ay negative 3. So, syempre, yung vertex natin is 0, 0. Kahit wag nyo nang isulat to kung gusto ninyo. Pero pwede nyo rin namang isolve. Then, when x is equal to positive 1, that is negative 3, times 1 squared is equal to negative 3 times 1, and negative 3 times 1 is equal to negative 3. So, negative 3 ito. Tapos, yung positive 2 naman, y is equal to negative 3 times positive 2 squared. So, that is negative 3 times 4 equals negative 12. So, ang value ng y natin kapag ang x is 2, that is negative 12 din. Okay? So, kung meron na tayong points na 5, pwede na natin yung i-plot sa Cartesian plane. Siyempre, gagawa kayo ng Cartesian plane. And, pwede ninyong unahin yung nandito pa right or pwede rin namang mauna yung vertex. So, ang vertex natin is 0, 0. Nandun siya sa mismong origin. Next is negative 1, negative 3. So, saan dito yung negative 1, negative 3? Nandito yung point na yon. Then, meron tayong negative 2, tapos negative 12. So, ilalagay natin dyan yung point. Next, ito naman, positive 1, negative 3. Saan yon? Positive 1, tapos negative 3. So, nandito siya. And then, positive 2, negative 12. Positive 2, negative 12. So, nandito yung point natin. So, yan na yung points natin. Pwede na natin siyang i-connect. So, i-connect ninyong ganyan, tapos magkakaroon na yan ng parabola. So, yan na yung graph ng number 1 na y is equal to negative 3x squared. So, pwede nyo rin lagyan ng equation. So, maglagay kayo ng arrow, tapos y is equal to negative 3x squared. Ibig sabihin yan, itong equation na to, ini-indicate niya ito yung kanyang graph. Alright? So, meron pa tayong tatlo, hindi pa ito tapos. Now, let's move on to number 2. We have y is equal to negative x squared plus 5. So, ito naman, naka-form siya na ax squared plus k. Ibig sabihin, ang magiging vertex nito is 0k at ang kanyang axis of symmetry is 0. So, ang kailangan lang natin dito ay k lang. 'Di ba may formula ng k? That is k is equal to 4ac minus b squared all over 4a. Ano yung value ng a dito? Negative 1. Ang value ng b ay 0 kasi wala siyang linear term. At ang value ng c is 5. By substitution, that is equal to 4 times ang a natin is negative 1 times ang c natin is 5. And then, wala tayong b, diba? Kaya, wag na nating ilalagay. Kasi 0 naman yon. Divided by 4 times ang a natin is negative 1. So, 4 times negative 1 equals negative 4 times 5 is equal to negative 20. And 4 times negative 1 is equal to negative 4. Negative 20 divided by negative 4 equals positive 5. Kasi kapag nagdi-divide tayo ng parehong sign, ang magiging sagot niya is positive. Ang value ng k ay 5. So, ang vertex natin is 0, positive 5. Alright? Ngayon, meron na din tayong axis of symmetry na x is equal to 0 dapat to. Next, ano naman ang range natin? Ang value ng a is negative, di ba? Ibig sabihin, ang magiging formula is y such that y is less than or equal to k. Ang k natin is positive 5, so ang magiging range natin is y such that y is less than or equal to 5. Then, ang domain natin is the set of all real numbers. Ano naman ang opening of the parabola? Kapag ang value ng a ay negative, meaning to say, ang magiging graph niya is downward. Then, pwede na rin natin kunin yung x-intercept. So, let y is equal to 0, kaya ito magiging 0 is equal to negative x squared plus 5. Ngayon, pwede ninyong gamitin yung 4 methods to solve the quadratic equation kasi quadratic equation ito, di ba? Pero ang gagamitin natin is quadratic formula. Ang a natin is negative 1 dapat to, negative 1. Ang b natin is 0 at ang c natin is positive 5. By substitution, that is x equals negative, ang b is 0, plus minus square root of, ang b is 0, minus 4 times ang a natin is negative 1 times ang c natin is 5 all over 2 times negative 1. Simplify. So, magiging 0 na to. Plus minus 0. Then, negative 4 times negative 1 equals positive 4 times 5 is equal to positive 20 all over 2 times negative 1 equals negative 2. Simplify, ano ang square root ng 20? That is 2 square root of 5. And then, paghiwalayin na natin, 0 divided by negative 2 is equal to 0. Makakancel ito, magiging 1 na lang to, diba? Then, using your scientific calculator, ang square root ng 5 is equal to 2.23. Divided by negative 1 equals negative 2.23 by rounding to the nearest 100. Kunin muna natin yung plus. That is 0 plus negative 2.23 is equal to negative 2.23. Ito yung first na intercept natin. Then, ang second intercept naman natin, 0 minus negative 2.23. Negative times negative, magiging positive. Kaya, positive 2.23 na ito. Alright? So, ang x-intercept natin is negative 2.23 when y is equal to 0. And 2.23, 0. Ngayon, ano naman ang y-intercept? By solving the y-intercept, let x is equal to 0 naman. So, papalitan lang natin yung x ng 0. So, 0 squared times negative 3 is equal to 0. At ang matitira na lang ay 5. So, y is equal to 5, meaning to say, ang y-intercept natin is 0, 5. So, maglagay na lang kayo dyan, 0, 5. Then, pwede na rin natin itong i-graph. Ang vertex natin is 0, 5, diba? So, ilalagay natin sa gitna yung 0, 5. And then, mag-assign kayo ng values sa left ng 0. Ano yung nasa left ng 0? Negative 1, negative 2. At dalawang nasa right niya, that is positive 1, positive 2. By substitution, that is equal to negative times ang x natin is negative 2 squared plus 5. Negative 2 squared is equal to 4. And then, kopyahin yung negative sign plus 5. So, negative 4 plus 5. Using the rule of adding integers, alam nyo naman na siguro ito, negative 4 plus 5 is equal to positive 1. When x equals negative 2, y is equal to positive 1. Next, yung negative 1 naman. So, that is y is equal to negative times negative 1 squared plus 5. Negative 1 squared is equal to positive 1. Positive 1 times negative equals negative 1 plus 5 equals positive 4. So, ang ilalagay natin dito is positive 4. Ang vertex natin is 0, 5. So, pwede nyo rin namang isolve. And then, positive 1 naman. Negative times 1 squared plus 5 equals negative 1 squared is 1 plus 5. And then, negative 1 plus 5 equals positive 4. So, ang ilalagay natin dito is 4. And lastly, yung positive 2, that is negative times 2 squared plus 5. 2 squared is equal to 4. Then, kopyahin yung negative. Negative 4 plus 5 is equal to positive 1. Alright? Pag magkaiba kasi ng sign, subtract the number. So, 5 minus 4 is equal to 1, then copy the sign of the greater number that is positive, kaya positive 1. When x equals to y is positive 1. So, pwede na rin natin itong i-graph. Diba, iisa lang dapat yung Cartesian plane natin. So, isama natin doon sa graph ng number 1 kanina. Ilagay natin yung vertex 0, 5. So, 0, positive 5. So, nandyan yung point natin. And then, we have negative 1, positive 4. Negative 1, positive 4. So, nandyan yung point. And then, negative 2, positive 1. Negative 2, positive 1. So, nandito yung point na yon. Tapos, positive 1, positive 4. Yan. Then, positive 2, positive 1. Dyan naman. Okay? So, pwede na nating i-connect yung points para magkaroon tayo ng parabola. So, maglagay kayo ng arrowhead dyan. At ito yung graph ng y is equal to negative x squared plus 5. Nasundan ninyo? Now, let's proceed naman sa number 3. We have y equals the quantity of x plus 2 squared. So, ito naman, ang form niya is naka-vertex form. Pero yung k niya is 0. So, pwede natin gamitin itong form na to. Tapos, ang magiging vertex niya is hk. At ang axis of symmetry is x is equal to h. So, di ba ang vertex form is y is equal to a times quantity of x minus h squared plus k. Paano natin to gagawing vertex form? That is, yung a natin is 1, kaya kahit wag na natin lagyan ng 1 dyan. Tapos, x minus h dapat yung form plus ito. Ang gagawin nyo lang naman is, gagawin nyo minus, tapos negative, kunin nyo yung opposite nito, negative 2. Kasi ang katumbas nito is x plus 2. Yan. In-expand lang natin para maging ganito yung form niya. Plus, ang k natin is 0. So, meron na tayong vertex form. Meaning to say, ang value ng a natin dito is 1. Ang value ng h is negative 2. At ang value ng k is 0. Okay? So, ang vertex natin is, ang h is negative 2, ang k is 0, kaya negative 2, 0. So, ang axis of symmetry, x equals h, kaya negative 2 rin yung axis of symmetry. Then, ang range naman natin, kapag ang a is greater than 1, the formula is y is greater than or equal to dapat to, k. And that is y such that y is greater than or equal to, ang k natin is 0. Okay? Then, ang domain natin is set of all real numbers. Ano naman ang opening of the parabola? Kapag ang a is positive, ang parabola opens upward. So, upward dito. Next, yung x-intercept naman, let y is equal to 0. So, that is 0 is equal to x plus 2 squared. Ano ang pwede natin gamitin dito? Pwedeng extracting the square root at pwede ring factoring. So, ang gagamitin ko is factoring. I-expand ko lang ito. Then, makukuha ko na yung value ng x. Equate natin sa 0, that is x plus 2 is equal to 0. Then, transpose natin si positive 2 magiging negative 2. X is equal to negative 2. Okay? So, pinag-switch ko lang sila pero the same pa rin naman. So, ang x-intercept natin is negative 2, 0, since pareho lang naman sila. And then, ang y-intercept naman natin is let x equal 0. Palitan lang natin ito ng 0. So, that is 0 plus 2 squared. 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. And 2 squared is equal to 4. So, ang y-intercept natin ay 0, positive 4. Okay? So, pwede na natin itong i-graph. Ang vertex natin is negative 2, 0. So, yun ang ilalagay natin dito sa gitna. Then, mamili kayo ng nasa left ni negative 2. Sa akin, ang pinili ko is negative 4, negative 5. And dito naman sa right niya is 0, positive 2. That is, y is equal to x plus 2 squared. By substitution, that is y equals, ang x ko is negative 5 plus 2. And negative 5 plus 2 is equal to negative 3 squared. Negative 3 times negative 3 is equal to positive 9. So, ang value ng y is 9 when x equals 5. When x equals negative 4 naman, negative 4 plus 2 is equal to negative 2. Negative 2 squared is equal to positive 4. Next, yung negative 2, kahit wag nyo nang isolve yan kasi nandito na yung vertex niya, yung nasa gitna, that is 0 pa rin. So, ito ay 0. Then, when x equals 0 naman, 0 plus 2 is equal to positive 2. 2 squared is equal to 4. So, 4 dito. Then, y is equal to 1 pala dito, dapat. So, that is 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Then, 3 squared is equal to 9. So, 9 ang ilalagay ko dito. Then, pwede na natin i-graph. Ito yung table natin, di ba? Tapos, ito yung number 1, ito yung number 2. Maglagay tayo ng arrowhead dyan. Unahin natin yung negative 5, positive 9. So, nasaan yun? Negative 5, positive 9. So, nandyan yung point na yon. Negative 4, positive 4. So, dito. Then, negative 2, 0. Dito. Then, 0, positive 4. Nandyan. And then, 1, positive 9. So, nandyan. Then, connect the points. Yan na yung magiging parabola ng y equals quantity of x plus 2 squared. Alright? So, isa na lang para makumpleto na natin. Number 4, we have y is equal to 2x squared minus 4x plus 6. Ang value ng a dito is 2, ang value ng b is negative 4, at ang value ng c is positive 6. Pwede nyo naman siyang i-transform sa vertex form para makuha nyo yung hk, pero pwede rin naman gamitin yung formula ng h tsaka k. Ang formula ng h is negative b over 2a. By substitution, that is negative times negative 4, kasi ang b natin is negative 4, over 2 times ang a natin is 2. Simplify, negative times negative 4 is equal to positive 4. 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Then 4 divided by 4 equals 1. Kunin naman natin yung k. That is 4ac minus b squared all over 4a. By substitution, 4 times ang a natin is 2 times ang c natin is 6 minus ang b natin is negative 4 squared all over 4 times ang a natin is 2. Simplify, 4 times 2 times 6 equals 48. Minus, negative 4 squared is equal to 16. So, 48 minus 16 is equal to 32. Divided by 8 equals 4. Ang h natin is 1, ang k natin is 4. Ibig sabihin, ang vertex natin is positive 1, positive 4. So, x equals h dito, diba? Kaya ang x natin is, or ang axis of symmetry is 1. Ang range natin, kapag greater than 1 yung a, that is y such that y is greater than, sorry, hindi ko napalitan to, greater than or equal to k. Kaya, y such that y is greater than or equal to, ang k natin is 4. Then, ang domain natin is all real numbers. Ano naman ang opening of parabola? Since positive or greater than 1 yung a natin, ang opening ng parabola is upward. Tapos, para makuha yung x-intercept, let y is equal to 0. Using quadratic formula, that is x equals negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. By substitution, that is negative times ang b natin is negative 4 plus minus square root of, ang b natin is negative 4 squared minus 4 times ang a is 2 times ang c is 6 all over 2 times ang a is positive 2. Simplify, negative times negative 4 is equal to positive 4 plus minus square root of negative 4 squared is equal to 16 minus 4 times 2 is equal to 8 times 6 equals 48 all over 4. Okay? Then, simplify natin yung nasa loob ng radical. 16 minus 48 is equal to negative 32. Then, 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. So, meron tayo ditong square root of negative 32. Diba, hindi natin makukuha yung square root ng negative number. Kaya, ang gagawin natin, expand natin to. square root of 32 times square root of negative 1. Tapos, yung square root of negative 1, ang ibig sabihin nito, imaginary number. Using your calculator, square root of 32 is equal to 4 square root of 2 divided by 4 equals square root of 2 times imaginary number. So, ang magiging final answer nito is 1 plus minus square root of 2i. Ano yung i? Ito yon, yung imaginary number. Since complex number ito, imaginary yung x natin, ibig sabihin wala tayong x-intercept kasi hindi natin ito may graph sa Cartesian plane. So, ang x-intercept natin is wala. No x-intercept. Ano naman ang y-intercept? Let x equals 0. So, palitan lang natin ng 0 yung mga x dito sa quadratic function. And then, syempre, magiging 0 yan, magiging 0. Ang matitira is 6. So, ang y-intercept natin is 0, positive 6. Okay? Then, pwede na rin tayong mag-assign ng values. Since ang vertex natin is positive 1, 4, yun yung ilalagay natin dito. Tapos, mamili kayo ng nasa left ni 1. Ang pinili ko ay 0 at negative 1. Tapos, yung nasa right naman niya is positive 2, positive 3. Okay? So, when x is equal to negative 1, that is equal to positive 12. When x is equal to 0, ang y natin is positive 6 kasi makakancel lahat yan. When x is equal to positive 2, ang y natin is positive 6. When x is equal to 3, ang y natin is positive 12. So, aralin nyo na lang kung paano siya naging ganyan yung sagot. So, meron na tayong values na negative 1, 12, 0, 6, 1, 4, 2, 6, 3, and 12. I-plot na natin yan sa Cartesian plane. Positive 1, positive 4, nasaan yun? So, positive 1, positive 4, nandito yung point na yon. Saan yung negative 1 dito? Then, dagdagan natin kasi kulang. 10 yung nahuli, tapos 11 dito, then 12 dito. Then, we have negative 1, positive 12, negative 1, positive 12. So, nandito siya. Then, 0, positive 6. So, nandito naman yon. Then, 1, 4, ito yung vertex. Then, positive 2, positive 6. Nandito naman yon. Then, we have positive 3, positive 12. So, nandito naman siya. And then, pwede na rin natin i-connect yung points. Ganyan. Tapos, ito yung y is equal to 2x squared minus 4x plus 6. Okay na? So, yun lamang, sana nakatulong ito sa pagsagot ninyo sa mga modules ninyo. Be careful lang kayo sa pag-graph at pagsosolve ninyo ng mga x and y intercepts. Kung nakatulong ito sa inyo, please do like this video at mag-comment na rin kayo sa baba. Once again, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy at mag-aral ng mabuti. God bless you all and goodbye!